Hello and welcome to making my sopa de lenteja soup con carne, which is lentil beef soup. It's tasty, it's delicious, yummy. What I have here is beef bones. I just bought beef bones. I'm going to get a lot of flavor from here. I have one package of chicken broth. I have Nor here. I have 5 scallions that I'm going to use. I forgot my pepper, but I also use a pepper. If you have one, put a pepper. I left it in the store. Fresh packed pepper and some salt. And what we're going to do first is we're going to get a big pot of boiling water. We're going to put the scallions in. You know I like to flavor that water. That's where the love starts. So I've added a little bit of pepper because I'm my own camera person and I only have one hand. So then after I add the pepper, I'm going to add a little bit of salt. Yeah, I'm just eyeing it. That's just a little bit because it's soup, so you want to add a little extra, yeah. I put my package of the chicken broth and put it all in. And then you just move it around. Make sure that meat gets all that seasoning. And then you're going to add this meat once it's nicely covered in the seasoning. The powdered seasoning dries here. What you're going to do is you're going to put it in your pot of boiling water. The water has to boil with the scallion for at least 5 minutes, but it needs to be boiling for you to add these bones. Once you add these bones, the love starts happening in there. Great, so now that your water is boiling, it's when you're going to add your meat and also your cilantro. 1 bunch of cilantro too. So you just add your meat. You can move that water around because you want all that seasoning that you put. You want it all to be in that soup. Perfect. So now it will start boiling. It will start boiling soon. And when it starts boiling, that's when you put it on like a little, like medium, a little higher than medium, and you let it cook. You let it boil down for about, if you want a really tasty broth, I would say 40 minutes to an hour. These lentils are actually cooked and I froze, and I put them in my freezer. I make these lentils when I make menestra, which is like bean style. I make it when I make soups like this, when I make rice. So you could also get a can. If you get a can of lentil beans, I would dump the water, but not all of it, just half of the water, and then put it in the soup. But honestly, I just prefer lentils. And if you're going to cook them like raw, I would add them to the soup like in 15 minutes after it boils, because then you need a lot of time for that to boil. But if you could do it before and freeze them, perfect. They're so yummy. So it's been about 15 minutes. Look at that, it's boiling perfect. Sometimes when you're making beef soups or even soups with lentils, you're going to get this. It's like a little brown residue here. You always remove that. You just skim it out. You skim it out really quickly. And at the same time, you're taking out some of your grease. You see that? You just skim it out. And then it keeps boiling. So right now you just lower it a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit, and you've got like 25 more minutes to go. Great, so you see it's been about 45-50 minutes. The meat is tender, the broth is so flavorful. I'm taking out all these long onions that gave us so much flavor. We don't need that, we just take that out. At this point is when I'm going to add my lentils. There you go. Thank you for seasoning my broth. Now I'm going to add my lentils. They're still a bit frozen. They'll get a little melted in there. So as that starts getting defrosted in there, what I also do is that I add another cup of water. And I put it high. Wait till it boils, then I lower it again, and then I start adding my vegetables because remember my lentils are cooked already. I just want that flavor to get in there. Here I have my vegetables for my soup. I cut baby carrots and I microwave them because you know I don't like to put the carrots raw in my soups. I feel it takes too much of that flavor. Great, so your Your soup is boiling. The lentil flavor has gone, and look, it became nice brown color. The bones, what you could do, you could take them out and break them apart, or you could leave them whole. I'm leaving them whole this time. There's only a little bit of meat on them. I'm adding my carrots. Remember, I microwaved them. And my waters that I have soaking in water. So now this, I'm going to wait till it boils. And when it cooks down, when the potatoes are totally cooked, that's when I add some pasta. Now I'm choosing a little bit of angel hair pasta. You don't have to use this one. You could use elbows, you could use bow ties, whatever pasta you love. But just remember that you have to put it either now or in a little while if you use regular pasta. But since angel hair cooks in like minutes, like 3 minutes, I'm putting it at the end when everything's done, because I don't want to be a mush in there. I want them to still be, you know, tender and perfect. So that's what you add after. All my vegetables are done in my soup, so I added some cabbage. That's optional for you. I just love cabbage in lentil soup, so I add it. So this cabbage is going to melt down. 5 minutes later, I'm going to put my pasta that's going to cook in 3. So 8 minutes, the soup is ready. Perfect. So 3 minutes later, I add in my pasta. Moving it around. It's really small. See that? Three minutes and this soup is ready to taste and savor and love. I hope you follow that recipe. This is a great soup to make. Like I said, you don't need the cabbage, but we love cabbage. You can add different vegetables. And don't forget the cilantro at the end. You sprinkle it up. And when you're going to serve it, you drink this delicious hearty soup. It's easy to make. It's so good. I love this soup. Yum. So here you have your soup. It's ready. Look at that. You have your carrots, a little cabbage if you want, but like I said, that's optional. I love it. Potatoes, nice and tender. Look at that. Carrots are delicious. And your meat. You could choose to break it or you could leave that. I chose to leave it. Your delicious broth full of lentils. Let's try that. Delicious broth. I'll take a little bit of these. Very hot. Wow. Wow. So much flavor. So tasty. This is my beef and lentil soup. I hope you enjoy it. You follow this recipe. It's really simple. It tastes amazing. Hearty. Family style cooking just for you. Please enjoy. And subscribe to me. I love it. Send me any comments, messages, anything I can help you with. I have many, many, many other recipes, but with time and hopefully a camera person, I can get more on. Thank you for watching.